This PowerPoint presentation goes over the BurnMed application. Brought to you by Johns Hopkins Medical Group, this application is an easy, accessible educational tool intended to be a companion for providers in an acute care setting and trainees in a classroom. So what does this app do for you? The use of this application is similar to having a medical textbook at your hands, without having to flip through hundreds of pages. This is a reliable source that allows you to highlight using the touchscreen iPhone, which areas of the body was burned specifically. Using the tools at the bottom, as you can see here in the photo provided, it allows you to rotate the image to the backside of the figure. When clicking the bottom right circle, which is your options link, this gives you more details such as the gender or changing to a child version of your patient. You can switch the application to use the metric system or leaving the settings as it is when you fill out more details such as how many hours has it been since the injury, the weight or height of the individual, and any previous fluid administered if in transport. So how can you utilize this in your nursing practice? Well, imagine you're in a mass casualty or disaster situation. Do you think you know all the knowledge memorized to perform a quick initial assessment and make clinical decisions? Without exposure to using the burn calculations every day, I feel having this application can benefit the nursing practice to have on hands to utilize the correct interventions. Adherence to the basics, including adequate fluid resuscitation and meticulous wound care, go a long way to achieving favorable outcomes and even influencing mortality rates. Outside of the clinical setting, this can also be a great educational tool to nursing students. There are multiple video tutorials with step-by-step instructions on how to perform wound care. The application also has pictures to show different types of burns with immediate care of each severity. This is a modern and up-to-date application with new technology. The 3D model of the body gives exact details of what areas were burned. After highlighting the body parts, the percentage instantly updates, and you can choose to give more information in the option tabs. The button takes you to a new page listing out what information you can type in. The speed is very fast, it's easy to learn, and a great workflow. There are no worries to breach any patient privacy issues, seeing as you're not typing in any patient identifiers of the individual. Johns Hopkins Medical University owns the material provided, and it states to use this information as a teaching and educational tool. As you can see here in the license agreement, it states that this should not replace any diagnosis or recommendations from a licensed physician. I would recommend this application to anyone who is in need of a better understanding on how to manage a burn patient. Although it states in the license agreement not to solely use this source as a decision, it's just an extra resource available to get a concise background on what to expect. It is always a good idea to locate your hospital policies on burn management procedures. A publication was released and interviewed the faculty members behind the project. Harry Goldberg, the director of the academic computing, stated that this application is designed so that users can understand the underlying procedures used to treat burn victims within just a few minutes. In a textbook, one could read several chapters and still may not understand the procedures due to the educational limits of using text. Sharing the knowledge and having a resource with multiple ways to teach each learning style can benefit the overall understanding of the information given. The design of the site is so easy to read, and it's an effective way to understand the severity of burn victim treatments, which is such a critical time. Here are the resources that I have used during this presentation.